Welcome to today's Explainer. Imagine stepping right into your kitchen first thing in the morning. There's a freshly boiled egg sitting on a plate, warm, steam just gently rising off it. It looks like the most simple, everyday breakfast staple, right? Something you probably crack open without a second thought before rushing out the door. But today, we're going to look way past its culinary appeal and dive deep into the actual biology of what we're eating. We're breaking down one of the most common items in your refrigerator to understand its true microscopic value. We spend so much time focusing on how we cook our food, but it's equally fascinating and, honestly, absolutely crucial for our health to understand the raw scientific engineering of the ingredients themselves.
So we eat eggs every single day. But if you ever actually stop to think about what is really inside one, picture taking a knife and slicing perfectly through the center of a soft-boiled egg. The firm protective white gives way to that rich golden yolk. It's a super familiar, comforting sight. But beneath that lies a highly complex, microscopic world of fuel. Think about it. Your body is essentially this incredibly sophisticated biological engine, and it needs very specific inputs to function at its best. So what exactly are you feeding your system when you take that bite? What are the raw materials you're delivering straight to your cells, your muscles, and your brain?
Well, the answer starts with protein, specifically about 6 grams of it packed right into a single egg. But actually, scratch that. We aren't just talking about generic filler here. We're talking about complete proteins. This means that an egg contains all 9 essential amino acids that your body absolutely needs to survive, but simply cannot produce on its own. If we conceptually zoom into the cellular level, this unassuming little food is a perfectly packaged, highly efficient building block. When you eat it, your body rapidly breaks those proteins down into individual amino acids and absorbs them right into the bloodstream. From there, they're dispatched to rebuild torn muscle tissue, synthesize vital life-sustaining enzymes, and boost your immune function. It's literally an incredibly dense, biologically available source of premium fuel. But wait, protein is really just the foundation here. This perfect little package also delivers a dense matrix of micronutrients. We're talking vitamins A, D, B12, iron, and selenium. But you know what's really wild? The most interesting element in here is actually the one people overlook the most: choline. While everyone is obsessing over standard vitamins, choline is an absolute powerhouse. It acts as a critical precursor to acetylcholine, which is a vital neurotransmitter in your brain. That means it's actively helping you with memory retention, mood regulation, and even basic muscle control by helping your nervous system communicate efficiently. On top of that, it's essential for maintaining the structural integrity of cellular membranes all over your body. It really is the silent hero of this whole nutritional profile.
Okay, so what does this all mean for you and me? How does this microscopic breakdown translate to our daily lives? Well, that high-quality protein translates directly to muscle repair and strength, making it the perfect restorative fuel after a heavy gym session. The general nutritional density actually triggers the release of satiety hormones in your body, which basically keeps you feeling full longer and completely neutralizes those distracting mid-morning cravings. And that choline we just highlighted, it's actively supporting cognitive function, focus, and mental endurance. Perfect for students cramming for exams or professionals powering through long meetings. Meanwhile, those essential vitamins are quietly working behind the scenes, maintaining your vision and bone density as you age. It's the whole shebang, a complete, real-world package that impacts a massive spectrum of human activity.
With a biological profile like that, the egg is undeniably a superfood. But that does bring up a pretty huge question. What happens if you eat too many? To really understand this, we need to look impartially at the potential health risks. Because in the world of nutrition, just like anything else, you have to understand the boundaries. Even the absolute most perfect natural foods require careful scientific scrutiny. The idea that more is always better rarely ever applies in human biology. Our bodies rely on homeostasis, that state of delicate internal balance, and pushing any nutritional intake to the extreme can force our internal systems to overcompensate in ways that might not be so great for us. So, current scientific and medical consensus gives us a very clear baseline. For the average, healthy individual, consuming 1 to 2 eggs daily is generally safe and highly beneficial. Your body is actually remarkably adept at managing dietary cholesterol. In fact, your liver naturally produces cholesterol anyway, and when you eat more of it from foods like eggs, your liver simply produces less to keep your overall levels perfectly balanced. However, there is a vital medical boundary here. If you have pre-existing health risks, specifically issues related to high cholesterol, heart disease, or diabetes, that universal rule just doesn't apply anymore. In those cases, consulting a doctor is absolutely essential. Human biology varies wildly, and the way our individual bodies process dietary fats can become compromised, which means you really need personalized medical guidance. And sometimes the health risk isn't actually the egg itself at all, it's the environment we cook it in. Regularly eating fried eggs cooked in excessive oil introduces a completely new set of dietary dangers. By literally swimming the egg in thick, heavy cooking oils, you're introducing lipid oxidation and adding a ton of unnecessary saturated fats. When you do that, you are actively burying those 6 grams of premium protein and all those essential vitamins under a heavy layer of dietary risk. It can easily drive up your caloric intake, increase your weight, and elevate your cholesterol levels. The preparation method can entirely overwrite the natural, healthy nutritional profile, basically turning a superfood into a metabolic burden. Which really brings us to the core thesis of our entire biological analysis today. True nutrition requires balance. Think of a perfectly boiled egg, sitting right there on a sunlit breakfast table next to a slice of whole grain toast and a bowl of fresh fruit. That combination of lean protein, complex carbohydrates, and fiber is exactly what effective, sustainable nutrition looks like. The science tells us that the egg is an absolute marvel of natural engineering, for sure. It provides a massive return on investment for your physical and cognitive health, but those benefits are only truly unlocked when we respect the basic boundaries of dietary moderation and mindful, healthy preparation. So, I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Are you maintaining the right balance in your everyday meals? Are you leveraging the incredible science hidden inside your everyday food? Or are you letting cooking habits unintentionally mask all those amazing biological benefits? Take a second tomorrow morning to really look closely at your plate. Analyze the individual components, think about the preparation methods you're using, and strive for that essential dietary balance. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I hope you leave here feeling a little more curious about the complex, fascinating science hiding right inside your own refrigerator.